Okay, let's dive into a pretty powerful psychological shift. What if the real secret to hitting your goals wasn't some new app or productivity hack, but was just treating every single day like it's January 1st? Today, we're going to unpack exactly why that might be the game changer you've been looking for.
Come on, you know the feeling, right? January 1st hits and you are on fire. You're buzzing with energy, you're ready to conquer the world, but then February rolls around. And that roaring fire of motivation, it's more like a sad little ember. But what if the problem isn't your willpower?
Yep, you heard me. The issue isn't a lack of discipline. The real culprit, the thing that's holding you back, is your reliance on the calendar to give you permission to change. We have been conditioned to wait for a special day, and frankly, it's a completely flawed strategy.
And this leads us straight into a fascinating mental trap, something we can call the January 1st illusion. It's this powerful, unspoken rule in our culture about when we are supposed to start fresh.
I mean, just think about it. I'll start my diet on Monday. I'll get my finances in order on the first of the month. New year, new me. We treat time like it's a book, and we believe we can only turn the page on these specific, pre-approved dates. But all this does is create a huge psychological wall that stops us from taking action right now.
But here's the thing. Not everyone is caught in this calendar trap. There's another type of person out there who's operating on a completely different system. Let's call them the independent achiever.
So who are these people? Well, independent achievers are fascinating because they don't wait. A holiday, a Monday, New Year's Day, it's all just another day. See, their motivation isn't tied to an external date, it's deeply tied to their internal purpose. For them, there's no starting gun because the race is always on. Their entire approach is built on quiet, consistent action, not loud, grand ceremonies.
And when you really start to look at this, you see there's a fundamental split in how people approach their goals. And it all boils down to how they see time itself.
And this isn't just about building better habits. This goes way deeper. It's a core psychological difference in perception. How you view today, tomorrow, and next year, well, that determines pretty much everything.
So let's break this down. On one side, you've got the calendar-driven view. Time is a book of chapters. Motivation is a special event, an invitation that has to arrive from the calendar. A fresh start needs a special date. But on the other side, the independent achiever sees time as a flowing river. It's continuous, it's unending. Motivation isn't some event you wait for, it's a system you build. A fresh start isn't January 1st. A fresh start could be 10:32 a.m. on a random Tuesday. It's all about internal consistency, not waiting for external cues.
Okay, so you're probably wondering, how do they actually do it? Well, they trade these familiar social rituals for something way, way more powerful: personal systems.
So, what's a system? Think of it as your secret weapon against procrastination. It's a process that you design and you control. And the best part? A system doesn't care if you're feeling motivated. It doesn't care if it's a holiday. The system just runs day in and day out, building your progress almost automatically.
And a good system usually has three core parts. First, an internal drive, a why that is timeless, one that's not going to magically disappear on January 31st. Second, a daily practice. We're talking small, almost boringly simple actions that you can repeat without fail. And third, a constant feedback loop. You're adjusting your course based on what's actually working, not on whether it's time for another resolution.
So what's the big takeaway here? What does this all lead to? It's about making a shift, moving away from a once-a-year event to something far more powerful, a constant daily resolution.
This really just says it all, doesn't it? The world isn't going to pause and wait for you to feel ready or for the calendar to give you a sign. The people who make real, lasting change, well, they're the ones who started yesterday and they're going to start again tomorrow, no matter what the date is.
The key here is to stop outsourcing your permission to begin. You have to grant it to yourself. Every single day holds the exact same potential for a fresh start, the exact same energy you feel on New Year's Day. You just have to make the decision to tap into it.
And I'll leave you with this final thought. We all tend to imagine our future self waiting for us somewhere down the road, in the next chapter of our lives. But what if that version of you isn't months away? What if the opportunity to be that person isn't on some future special day, but is waiting for you right now in the very next decision you make?